Yes, yes, yes. What's up, man? It's your boy, that Triple B, right here, spitting truth and lyrics, man. Yeah, I apologize, firstly, yeah, to my fans. Everybody know Triple B does it for the fans, like Ricky Hatton. Yeah, although I'm not making I ain't got 50 million in the bank, man. I make £2.47 a day on this thing. But yeah, I'm sorry, man. I was gonna do it live as well, but what? Everybody know this is a boxing channel, right? So what's going on in boxing? What am I going to talk about? You get me? Huh? What am I going to talk about? What's going on in boxing? What? You know what? I'm going to talk about Chris Billum Smith. Now, to be honest, that wasn't a bad fight, but it was on a card full of mismatches, right? And this ain't a rhetorical question. You smell me? I ain't going to talk about Chris Billum Smith. It's not that interesting. And all respect to him, man. He won a tough fight. Right? But again, like I say many times, man, many times, the biggest stories are just chat. Yeah? And the main one is Hasim Rockman Jr. Yeah? And Jake Paul were meant to fight this week now. Right? And they got called off. Now I don't even look at it's become like a soap opera boxing. All there is chat. Oh, he said, she said, guess what? Oh no, really? Yeah, they made this tweet, blood. Yeah? So this guy, Hasim Rockman, who's I never really understood this fight. Rockman is he's not journeyman heavyweight. He's actually got a decent record. Yeah, but Kenzie Morrison ironed him out in his last fight. He was once top 5 in the amateurs. He's had 100 amateur fights. But he's a heavyweight. I don't understand why Jake Paul would fix that fight up, man, because he's like a cruiserweight anyway, and inexperienced. Anyway, it was being called off for some weight ting. I ain't gonna look into it, man. I'm not gonna waste my time looking into it. He said, she said, weight difference contracts, because that is basically all boxing's about. Yeah. Then you got that pussy old Chris Eubank Jr. Yeah. And he's 32 now, and he wants that money. Yeah. And he's been tweeting Jake Paul, I'll come and fight you in this. It's not gonna happen, man. It's just more chat. Yeah, and then Conor Ben, Nigel Ben's son, tweeted, yeah, you haven't even signed on the line, get your pen out. This is all the boxing is these days. Yeah, back and forth, chat. It's like a schoolyard, bruv. Yeah, classroom insults. Oh, and people would go, oh, did you hear that Conor called out Chris Eubank Jr.? Oh, yeah, but Chris Eubank Jr. called out Jake Paul. I wonder if it's going to happen, blah, blah. Like, Jake Paul, as I said, actually, I respect him more than I would a lot of fighters, because, of his experience, because, he's not from boxing background, but he's gone in it. He's got a good punch. Like I said, if you walked in the gym after 5 fights and said he's had 5 fights and you took him on the pads, you'd be like, yeah, man, this guy's got some power. He can do something, man. But, this is, the craziness is, this was the biggest fight in boxing. and Rahman Jr. no one cares about, man. His dad was Hasim Rahman Sr., who KO'd Lennox, but he's not exactly a well-known guy. He got knocked out, spark out, and out in the ring by Oleg Maskayev. He's not a legend or nothing like that. So I don't understand why Paul wanted to fight him. It probably was going to be fixed anyway. But, some people think everything's fixed in sport. I'm not sure. I think, like I said, what they do is they contractually require, certain points that reduce the likelihood of someone winning a fight, like you got to get down to this weight, you can't rehydrate, but who cares, man? Why should why should anyone be caring about these fights? Now I thought it'd be interesting, just to see, can Jake Paul handle a pro fighter, but it was probably going to be rigged anyway, and I went for Jake Paul on points, like they say, look, Hasim, you can't knock him out, man. And I don't want to talk no more about this, right? The other story, so allegedly Sonny Edwarfs, the rat, the golem, the ugliest, as Prince Patel says, the ugliest sportsman in the world. Not just fighter, sportsman. And he's, as I said in my previous video, he's been rinsing out and airing out, what's his name, Danny Flexen, who's a known professional, boxing journalist. Yeah, he might be a bit creepy. Someone said he looked like Jeffrey Epstein, but anyway, what? Why is Sonny Edwards airing this guy out? Private messages out, right? Yeah. He should be happy. Sonny Edwards, the Flexmeister, Danny Flexen. Yeah. Donye West wants to give his aging fat sister some length, man, and put a smile on her ugly boat race, Why, so what? So what? Now, I don't agree with this over-sexualized society. It's disgusting. But, it's not unusual in this day and age, man. The man looks for some pum-pum. Yeah? From Sonny Edwards' fat sister. He can't get none, and he gets aired out. And then someone said to him, Sonny, why did you do that? Oh, because you wanted to nut my sister. Well, you should be glad, like I said. Yeah? To get some yardage from the Donye West. The Donye West might give your sister some yardage, man. I'm sick of it, man. I'm sick of it. Also, what else happened, man? So, yeah, in the UK and England, if you're not from England, and you probably don't get this forced in your face, but it's been the Lionesses, yeah, which is the England women's football team, right? Now, they've been pushing this so much. I put it on Prime TV. Now, I was in the pub. I was in the pub yesterday, not the club, because I want to see my boy Danny Flexen in the club. But I was in the pub, and I seen, these guys, normal guys, normies, NPCs, and they're suddenly all lining up watching this football match. No one give a shit about women boxing before, man. Women's football before, or boxing, to be honest. And, they've been pushing it in the papers. The Daily Mail, for example, is meant to be a middle-aged woman's conservative paper, right? And what do? They got an article on the wags, which is wife and girlfriends, right? Now half of them are rug munchers, right? So you've got this all these stories in a supposedly conservative paper. Oh, look at these great wags. Half of them are rug munchers. One of them's having a kid. Yeah, and they're saying, oh, her and her girlfriend are having a kid. That's impossible. Obviously, you know that. We're living in a life where politicians, MPs, cannot explain to you what a woman is and what is a man. Think about that, man. How can this have gone so mad? How can a clan war get so mad? Let me tell you this, man. There's a chromosomal difference, number one. Secondly, women got pum-pum, titties, ovaries, womb. Man got a dick, testes, huh? And his chromosomal, he's got an extra chromosome. So, and you can't tell the difference about that. Now, blood clot. Am I living in a parallel universe? I must be. How could this be real? Yeah. Huh? And you got EE, EE, yeah? They're like a telephone company, right? And they're putting up adverts. Some guy said, like, the Lionesses should be in the kitchen, because they've been pushing this. And the EE actually gave all their customers free bandwidth just to view this thing. Huh? And then the E brings us out like shaming this guy and we're not about sexism, we're for everybody. Now, how can you not see? This is a mobile phone company. How can you not see that there's an agenda there? And it's all mixed in. Corporations, banks, state, elitists. They're all working together to push an agenda. This agenda will be, it's not, they'll use the sexism thing, the feminism thing. What it's really about is about pushing, we're all the same. And also division, pushing division. So they want people to argue amongst themselves. And they want to psychologically manipulate them so they can believe untruths. All right? You understand that? Now, like I said, when I was in the pub, you got all these guys and they're like cheering, oh, look, oh. They don't know nothing about the players. Yeah. They never heard of them. They never cared about it last year or the year before or whatnot. They didn't never care about this. It's crazy to me how easily people are manipulated into caring about occasions, right? That A, they shouldn't really give a rat's ass about, and B, they didn't care about before. Right? And suddenly you got all these guys in the pub like, man, oh well done. Oh, the Lionesses, I was so proud. Oh, we've ended 58 years of hurt. Oh, we ended 58 years of hurt. We beat the enemy, Germany. Oh, man. It's nauseating, man. I was sitting there in the pub just going, damn, man. It frightened me how easily people can be manipulated by a bit of TV, a bit of media, a bit of entertainment, and suddenly they care about this thing. Everyone's jumping up and down when they won. I mean, come on, man. If the entertainment media, the media wanted to push like, an international rug munching competition, right? And suddenly, some sport they've never followed before, like rug munching, and suddenly, you guys got to care about it, you've got to watch it, they would. I don't know what the rules would be in a rug munching sport, but let me tell you, man, this is how easy it is to manipulate people, right? The TV is the worst. Obviously, it happens through all the media, the state, the adverts, everything, but the TV is the worst because it creates false memories and beliefs in your head. Think this way, do this. It's literally a brainwashing machine, an indoctrination machine, the TV. You go in people's houses, man, and they'll sit there, the eyes glazed over, watching some nonsense. And all those things are hitting you with subliminal messages or overt messages, telling you how to think, what they feel about, what they care about. And then, it's like suddenly everyone thinks buggery is great. Buggering people is great. Yeah, don't be such a bigot. And of course, buggering, one man buggering another and doing a brown and yellow shower on him. No, this is completely normal and good. It's nuts. Now, if you follow the Bible, or if you're a secular guy, if you're atheist, it doesn't matter. You can still see, right, that there has been a plan, an agenda. And it's been written years ago about how to get people obsessed with entertainment, with sports, especially with sexuality, and make you obsessed with that, and then you can be controlled. They've even told you what they're going to do to you. But for some reason, the reason is obvious, man, that people are fools. People are fools. 80% of normies, people, whatever, they will be played like a fiddle, and all the while they'll be. I seen a guy in the pub yesterday, weirdly, and he was saying to me like, "Oh yeah, my kids at this school, they're age like 9, and in the year there's already 10 of them that say they are non-binary, and they don't identify as their, what do they call it? As the born gender or something like that." Think about that, man. They're psychologically messing with your kids. Talking about, I've got other friends who got kids, and they're like saying they've been teaching them about buggery. They've been teaching them about touching themselves, in classroom. I said, how old? I said, one of them said 7 years old. The girl's been taught how to touch herself. What? How can anybody with a normal head feel that's all right, man? Because most normies are manipulated, and they will just follow what they're being told. And soon as can be bestiality, soon as can be incest, and then there'll be noncery, and then the fire will rain down from the heavens, man. Right? This can't carry on, man. This cannot carry on. And before I go, so everybody know that I'm not a huge fan of any bitches. Now, she is the ultimate alleged, I use this in inverted commas. Oh, she's a role model for women. Oh, she had to push through so many barriers. No, she didn't, man. She was gifted. A world title shot with no skills and a stinking batty hole and pom-pom. Yeah? And this woman with stupid ass tattoos who look like a cheap OnlyFans star. I say star, again, I don't mean that as a star, I mean a skank. A slag, a skit. Right? Yeah? So this woman now is going to be put on I'm a celebrity, get me out of here, which is just another brainwashing technique. Another bread and circus, entertainment to stop you thinking about the real things. And, people be saying, oh, it's so great, at the end of the women's football European Cup, which England won. Oh, so good for the country, isn't it? I go, no, you guys high, man. What's good for the country would be all this nonsense to stop, for us to see what's really going on, to tear down the system and build it up. A fresh, moral, decent system. That's what would be good for the country. Instead, people be watching everyday bitches with their stupid ass tattoos, a stinking bum-pum, a stupid face, and we'll be told she a role model for young girls. I mean, can the trouble carry on? I was going to do a live, man, yesterday, but I just, I lay down and I was like, blood clot this world, man. The trouble alone can't change it. Yeah, I think it's written anyway, so I think whatever happens will happen. But it doesn't mean that we can't be. The good people have to do what they can to resist, and push this sickening stuff back. All right. Anyway, peace in the Middle East, peeps.